Hello everyone, Crystal Lynn here. Welcome to my channel, Tuning into Love. Welcome to another Pick a Card reading. This reading is what is coming into illumination for me at this time. What is my higher self wanting me to see? What is lighting up for me moving forward? So we have 4 different groups here, group 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first group has some petrified wood. Second group is rose quartz. The third group is amethyst. And the fourth group is a selenite heart. So take a moment to just take a deep breath, tune in, close your eyes if you need to, go into your heart. And whichever group kind of tugs at your intuition the strongest is usually the message you're meant to receive. Always trust your intuition, use your own discernment for anything you receive. And I just want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting, for being the amazing co-creators that you are. I'm truly honored. It's my pleasure to tune in and deliver these messages for you guys. We walk together and it feels amazing to tune in and support each other in this way. I learn right along with you, so thank you for the opportunity, and I will put timestamps in the comments section below. But with that, you guys, let's get right into it. We're going to start with group number 1. Set these over here. I should probably do it this way. Sorry guys, 1 second here. Okay, group number 1. So let's see what your higher self wants to illuminate for you at this time, or just affirm what is illuminating in your life at this time, okay? You've picked the petrified wood. This is a really, really cool piece of petrified wood. Let me make sure you can see it. I found this here in Southern Oregon in what's called the Agate Desert, and it is just such a cool piece of wood. It's like a little twig or something. So I already feel a lot of grounded stability in this energy. I feel like you're someone who's very grounded and rooted in your own truth, and you may be someone who really focuses on stability and security and being practical and strong, and you have this strong foundational energy. So let's see what's going on with you guys. This is from the Lover's Oracle, and I'll let you look at the picture. It says, reflection, give each other some space at the moment, trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, that here. Lifetime after lifetime, I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light. I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever, from experience to experience. Beautiful. You are infinite. You are eternal. You are love. Love is eternal. So let me see what we got here. This is actually your tarot. I'm going to pull first. Set this here. So we've got the 7 of Wands, or choose your battles. Okay. The Poet, or the King of Scrolls. This is the King of Swords in the original tarot. We have Temperance, beautiful. The World, and the 9 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. Yeah, I feel there is healing and resolution and completion happening for you right now. Let's see what the rest of the cards are here, and I'm going to feel into all this. Oh, wow. Number 4, against the grain. This is from the Sacred Rebels. Again, a number 4. I feel that stability. Going against the grain, though. Okay. Crystals, healing. There's a period of healing that you're being asked to focus on right now. I feel like this is a period of healing for you. And it may not be something you're used to taking time to do, because I feel like you're someone who's very focused on building a solid foundation. It brings you a lot of joy, but there's something that's happened that's asking you to kind of take a time out, a break. Never ending story from Wisdom of the Oracle. You've got reward yourself from the angels. Yeah, you're someone who works really, really hard. And it may be hard for you to take some time for yourself, but it's something that is going to allow you to see yourself in a much more clearer way. We've got truth here. I feel like there's heart healing happening. It's going into your heart and really connecting with your own truth and living that truth, no matter what anyone else or anything else is telling you. Culmination of vision. There's a vision that wants to come through. And it's going to require you to clear your mind. The King of Swords, his mind is clear, very connected to his heart. There's some sort of internal struggle happening here. You're letting go of fear-based thoughts and consciousness. I feel like you're really hard on yourself. I feel like you're really hard on yourself. And your higher self is like wanting you to take a moment to nurture yourself, heal. Because when your mind is clear, you're like a genius. I can feel it. You're just very, we've got the fire energy coming up for vision and standing your ground here, choosing your battles. That's your soul. It's like at war with your mind right now, because the mind is trying to adhere to the fear-based consciousness, the programs, the beliefs that we came into this life with. And your soul's saying it's time to let those go. It's time to alchemize. You are this amazing alchemizer, and there's a cycle that's completing and a new cycle is wanting to start. Because you're really being asked to come out of the head and go into the heart space, to be kind to yourself, to love yourself. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that it will all work out. So there could be some conflict or some things going on with someone that, it may have really affected your heart. And let's keep going. There's so much coming through here. Big happy changes from the angels. So it's like this is all happening for a reason. It's preparing you for what is in alignment for you, what is true and authentic for you, and it's going to make you really happy. Big happy changes. This is when I see the world, it's a big cycle completing and a big long one, beginning. So I feel like this is something that you're like at a pivot, where by choosing love, by choosing what is authentic for you, what truly brings you joy and peace, which is being responsible, knowing what's important to you, all of these things, these qualities that I feel you already very much embody, but there's this energy of maybe being self-critical, really hard on yourself. I feel like your guides are like, take a break, relax. You are amazing. You do so much, and it's like you're fighting yourself instead of just allowing yourself to go into the heart and then take a moment to enjoy. The poet here, the King of Swords, he is writing poetry, very clearly, very divinely from his heart. But in this deck especially, he's the way that he communicates is so effortless. It brings him great joy because his mind is clear. And there are certain situations where when the soul is awakening, when it's time to grow, we're outgrowing old ways, and there are others in our life who may not be there yet. They're not ready to release old programs and beliefs, but it shouldn't hold us back from moving forward. So this is about having that clarity and being able to see what is worth battling, essentially. It's like, if another is not, we can't change anyone else. Everyone has free will. We can inspire each other. We can walk our talk and you know, try to convince someone or whatever, but ultimately it's about aligning with what is right for you and allowing others to align with what is meant for them at this time and what is right for them at this time. Some battles are not worth the fight because you never win them, right? And a never ending story is like that energy of going around and around and around and just coming back to the same place and doing the same things and getting the same results. And so this is about also self-criticism, being really hard on yourself, a lot of negative self-talk, which is not based in the truth. The truth is that you are love. And so it's about learning how to communicate with yourself in a loving way. And when you're focused on what really matters to you, your priorities, you're able to see them through. But if you're stuck in your head, if you're feeding fears or you're feeding programs of not being good enough, or you have to do all this stuff in order to accomplish something, it's like you can't hear your higher self. The heart is, it's when you can open your heart, when you can move forward with an open heart, there's nothing that you are not capable of creating and bringing to life. And I feel like your higher self is bringing you a vision, or you've had a vision. And in order for you to fulfill this vision, that is your purpose, that brings you immense joy and pleasure and freedom, it's like it requires a transformation. You see the butterflies in this picture. It's like, I feel like you're going through a metamorphosis, a shift, and it's very internal. It's in the mind. You're becoming a master of your mind, which is brilliant. I mean, it is so beautiful when the mind is clear and there's peace and there's only thoughts of love and support and inspiration and creativity and honesty and communication in the mind. When there's fears and doubts and stress is like the biggest killer. Why don't we talk about that as humanity? Stress is the number one killer. What is the point of living your life if you're stressed out all the time? You know, what are we truly accomplishing? So this is about you really focusing on what really matters to you, that you have the power to create your own reality. And by choosing to align with what is authentic for you, by choosing to align with unconditional love in this now moment, you are affecting the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. So by choosing love, you're not telling the same story. You're actually rewriting the story as you go. And the story that you're writing is in alignment. It is, you know, with temperance here, it takes practice and patience. Temperance is all about patience. It's about not acting so quickly and not doing the same things necessarily, but having that wisdom to know that with patience, it's about making the choice that aligns with balance and peace in the long run, right? So it's a mastery of your own energy, essentially, is what you're learning, how to master your energy within and so without at some point, right? Because I feel like you're here to really establish a strong foundation in the physical. So look at what really matters, you know, and what really matters to you is what aligns with your heart. That is truly, at the end of the day, it's being happy, and it's taking great pride in what you're creating. King Solomon, his father was King David, and King Solomon brings forth his father's vision, and that comes through dedication to the vision, right? And he was very much in alignment with the goddess. That's how they say he was able to create these amazing architectures that he built, because he was in alignment with the goddess, with the heart, with receiving, with understanding the foundation that he was building was based on love and not fear. What he was building was solid and long lasting. And so I just feel this energy of like the universe around you, your soul. It's like this Star of David here is like, you know, helping you really look at what matters to you, what your priorities are, and really acknowledging yourself. This card is interesting as well, Forest Breath. This is from Earth Magic. This card and you've got knowledge, healing. Let me see what else you've got here. Action and paradise. Oh, wow. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. This is the energy truly that you want to experience. Paradise, right? Happiness, where you can expand and be in your joy and feel playful and feel complete and whole and at one with yourself and your life, you know, enjoying each other's company, whomever you're with. That's, you know, that's our natural state, right? So yeah, you're going through a period of healing here. You're being asked to stop and heal. I feel like maybe you might be avoiding it a little bit, or maybe not acknowledging that there's some healing that needs to take place. But by surrendering to this like idea of healing, it's being able to restore your power. Because when you're in the Nine of Swords, you feel powerless. I mean, his hands are tied in this picture, but the swords represent thoughts. It's all mental. You know, it's like you can take those swords and free yourself, or you can stay stuck. And the Four of Swords is, you know, comes after heartbreak. It comes after pain. To take some time. This person's laying there like they're dead in a sense because they need to recover. It's like when you have the flu and you're really sick, you're not able to devote your energy to things until you get better. So you nurture yourself, you get better, so then you feel strong and you feel, you know, clear again, and you can get back to what you're doing. It's right now because it's in your head, because it's the mental consciousness. You may not be seeing that it's something to address as, you know, your body calls for attention. It demands attention right now, right? But this is the soul. Your soul is really asking you to relax. I feel and I say this in all love because I completely resonate with this, but this is ultimately going to set you free and allow you that sense of peace and freedom. I mean, you came here to create a new way, to build a new way. It's like, you know, there's a better way, but it's going to require you to go against the grain, or what's, you know, the mainstream considers to be whatever. It's about following your higher self, following that energy, that frequency of unconditional love, the universe that wants to express through you. The false programs and beliefs that are in our mainstream are not going to support you going on your own or doing things according to your own inner guidance, because it needs your attention on it to thrive. So I feel like with the breath card here, it speaks to becoming aware of your own breathing, okay? When you're breathing really shallow, that is showing you that you're in a state of fear. And it's that fight or flight response. Like when we get really scared, we hold our breath. And when we are completely supported and nurtured, when we're in that energy of love, we take deep breaths. We naturally take deep breaths, not like, you know, super, super deep, but we breathe deeper. We exhale more. When we're in fear, our breathing's very shallow, and it's really difficult for the oxygen to come into your body, and it shows you where you're at. When we're in a state of fear, it is fight or flight. Our survival instincts kick in. It's like when we're dehydrated. If you don't drink enough water and you're dehydrated, your cells in your body, everything are dying essentially, and so your body goes into a state of fight or flight. And most people who are dehydrated are in fear consciousness, whether, you know, and they're not aware of it necessarily. But when you stay hydrated, you will notice the difference. I feel like you're being asked to heal and experiment on yourself with nurturing yourself and loving yourself as if you were the unconditionally loving person, you know, in your life. Like, there is a sense of maybe giving too much. Like, you've been giving a lot to others. You've been giving your time and attention to things outside of yourself, and you're being asked to really claim your power, take back your power, restore your power, rejuvenate your power. With the serpent here, it's about healing, taking time to heal, and through that healing is, knowledge that comes to you, deep wisdom and understanding, breakthroughs, as you heal, your mind becomes clearer. When you allow yourself to be in that receptive mode, that's when your higher self can speak to you. That's when you can receive that amazing insight, those epiphanies, and like the snake shed the old skin because there's some sort of knowledge about the experience that you've gone through is what's essentially showing you what you're here to heal. Okay, so I feel like you're here to in a sense, lay that foundation for the truth, clarity, being able to break through your own fear consciousness and recognizing that there's nothing outside of you that is truly creating it when you have the power to choose what you focus on. And this is about you really standing in your power, claiming your power, remembering that you're an infinite being. You are infinite. You are eternal. You are sovereign. You are already free, whole, and complete. The only thing that tells you you're not is the programming. And with this card here, action, this is like your higher self, and this is the physical reality. And this is about taking more aggressive action towards what is important to you. Taking aggressive action towards what matters to you, not towards the things that don't. I feel like your higher self is guiding you to kind of pull back and really look at what you're focusing on, and if it's worth taking aggressive action, you're going to know, because it's a path that allows you to feel more free, more open, more true to yourself, more authentic. The path that just creates where you have to be defensive, where you're trying to prove who you are, or where you're like trying to help others in order to have some sort of acceptance or recognition, that's only going to lead to more confusion and feeling trapped in the mind. I know, because I'm a giver, and I that was one of my things, is like I just was giving way too much to everyone else, and before I knew it, I was depleted and I couldn't even take care of myself. I couldn't even function. At least it felt like it. It was very, very difficult. I was like surviving, and I had to learn how to recognize that I was creating my own reality, and I had the choice then to change my thoughts to align with love. And that meant I had to forgive myself for not knowing. I had to forgive myself for the choices I made that were rooted in fear, so that I could understand that by doing that and having compassion for myself, I could move forward and make choices in love. Sometimes it requires us to just really be honest with ourselves, like truth. I feel like this card here is really asking you, is, these flowers here, belladonna is what they are, I believe. Yeah, they speak to heart healing, and it's like the music of your heart. Only you know what the tune of your heart is, and it's like really being honest about what moves your spirit, what lights you up. And I feel like you're when you think about this vision, or when you feel into what you're here to do, I feel like it really lights you up, and there's some part in here that you're kind of holding back, or it's like go your own way, allow others to live and do what they need to do. Everyone's learning lessons. Everyone has their own higher self, their own angels. I feel like you need to love yourself the way you are desiring others to love you, in a sense, and to see what that feels like to receive it. Like you're really being asked to receive love, really receive love, because there's so much that wants to come through here, and let go of the old, let go of whatever is telling you that you need to prove yourself or defend yourself. I feel like there's a lot of healing that's happening for you, and through that comes truth and an inspired new energy of being able to make decisions and stand behind them 100%, like the King of Swords. And the King of Swords didn't get to be the King of Swords without experiencing the Nine of Swords energy, right? Temperance, all of these, they're masters of their mind, of the mental realm, very connected to the heart, very clear. And I want to read this to you against the grain, because I feel like you might, it's like she's underwater here and it's kind of dark. So let's clarify and see what the Sacred Rebels wants to tell you. I like reading these because they're just so beautifully channeled, I guess. So let's see what it says for you guys, okay? Against the grain. You want birds to be able to fly underwater. You want love to trump power. You want humanity to relate to each other as equals and to recognize the sacredness in you and in the world around you. You want to unleash the beauty that hides in even the ugliest of scenes or sentiments. You are a radical dreamer, a sacred rebel, and you bring the light of a more positive future to this world. However, this can have its burdens. Deep within you, you may feel that you don't really fit in with the rest of the world. Perhaps your sense of how things can be and how they really are is so different to the smaller minds or more fearful hearts of many others that you are rarely received for all that you offer. I'm feeling that, the receiving. This might make you feel frustrated, thwarted, or lonely at times. The universe so loves you for your unusual take on things, for the quirkiness in you that dares to honor that which is different and renders the impossible possible. You must never ever lose your unusual ways and become dry, serious, appropriate, and conventional, not even for appearance's sake, for you would lose your essence. You are here to show that life is about so much more than conventional success. This oracle comes with a special message for you. You are someone who lives and breathes in the depths of creative waters. Oh my goodness. You need to lose yourself to the flow of music, nature, dreams, imagination, and fantasy through art and literature, meditation, dance, and in sensual surrender to the sacred waters of the ocean, the river, the lake, or the bathtub. You must go against the grain. It is just your way. You are not one of the followers, but one of the agitators. However, yours is not a force of disrespectful chaos. You are a loving catalyst, and by simply being yourself, you constantly remind people that there is always another way. This oracle comes with the particular guidance that you are meant to be exactly as you are. You are meant to be the black sheep, the rainbow sheep, or even the wild wolf in the flock of sheep. The daring butterfly spirit calling to the caterpillars. That is you. The price you pay for the gift of individuality is that you must take care of it and guard it so that you are not doled down by and conditioned into playing at being something you are not. If this has happened or is threatening to happen, this oracle brings you comfort. You will always dream of birds that fly underwater. You know that the true nature of your being can never be changed. At most, it could only be hidden for a time. Now is the time to accept who you are and allow your truths to be freely expressed. Don't worry about the effects of going against the grain. When we are who we are in truth, we attract the support, protection, and energy that we need to thrive. Your power comes from aligning your outward self with your inner truth, not the general consensus. You will then find other dreamers, other wild butterflies, and a typical colored sheep to join you in conjuring better visions for our world. Okay, this is beautiful. Your higher self is really asking you to let go of the worry, the concern of what others think, of how others are judging you or looking at you. Like, this is about you really living your truth. And if you can't love and accept yourself first and foremost, then it's like we can't expect anyone else to either. It's about letting go of that need to be approved and validated by anyone. If someone truly loves you, for you, they're going to support you, they're going to inspire you, they're going to encourage you to be true to yourself, because that is your birthright. It's when we care so much about what others think that we suppress or deny parts of who we really are. and it causes us stress and anxiety, and we trap ourselves in a mental prison. But the truth is, the power is in us all along. We choosing to be who you really are is the most wonderful gift you can ever give yourself, because it truly sets you free. It truly sets you free, and it shows you that you're capable of loving, of being loved, of being the true light warrior that you are this infinite being, that you can learn to master anything within yourself. Like and this is something that was always meant to be. I feel like you're someone who, because of this experience, it's like you are going to be able to truly be that example of truth, and you'll be able to share with others in a way that's beneficial. Usually what we go through, the pain that we experience, is what we're here to heal. And so, not usually, that's what we're here to do, right? And so it's looking at things from a higher perspective, your higher self perspective. And whatever this relationship was or is, it's allowing you to see that. It's allowing you to have this opportunity to grow and see these things about yourself, to be really honest with yourself, to meditate, to go within, to create, to tap into your truth, your heart. You were meant to swim in the depths of creativity. Look at you. And, create paradise, heaven on earth. This is your vision. So this is amazing. This is a whole shift in your reality. So stay true to you. Take action on that path that allows you to breathe deep, that reminds you of your power, your true power, your dedication, your commitment, your integrity, your priorities. Because this is beautiful. I mean, you're turning your pain into pleasure. And this never-ending story is over. It's over, It's coming to an end, and a new story is beginning. A new cycle is beginning. You have the whole world in your hands. There's healing, there's resolution, there's a lot of healing. There's healing and resolution, like with relationships, with yourself, loving yourself, receiving the love, and understanding what it means to truly love yourself. That's the gift of all of this. There's a lot of healing happening. So go out into nature, especially, if your mind feels all wrapped up. One of the things I used to do was just go immediately, however I could, just go find a nature trail and go walk and breathe. And that in itself will clear your energy enough where you can be in that receptive mode to hear your higher self. And that's all you have to do. So this is a wonderful opportunity for you to do that, to connect, meditate. Meditation can be walking. It's just doing whatever it is that allows you to receive that wisdom and guidance from your higher self, to relax, okay? It's not a race. It's not a competition. What is meant for you can never be taken. It is already laid out for you. It's simply a matter of you choosing to align with it. And we have to choose that from within. We have to. So it's a gift. It really is. And you're an infinite being. So just remember that and remind yourself as much as you can whenever you forget and whenever you remember. Just love on yourself. Support yourself, okay? And with that, you guys, I really hope this message resonated and brought illumination to what you're feeling. Stay true to you and don't give up. Just take a break, relax, heal. Ask yourself, what is it that my higher self is trying to show me? What is it that I'm supposed to learn from this? And you will be shown, and you'll be able to release whatever it is and move forward. And get busy with this vision here that's going to bring you so much joy and bliss, and it's going to be something long lasting and something maybe the world's never seen before. You're in a metamorphosis stage, okay? So don't rush it. Just allow and take inspired action. You know, this is the number 17, 1 and 7, number 8. I feel like this is new beginnings and also moving forward in truth, because 7 is seeing through the veil, it's seeing through illusions. It's very spiritual when it comes to breaking through those mental barriers. So as long as you're taking inspired action, then you are going to, it's, you know, your soul is leading you where you want to go. I feel like there's like a little bit of aggressive energy, and it's coming from you choosing or not choosing to align with your truth. When you align with your truth, you're going to feel that energy. It's going to feel right. It's going to feel good. When you're not aligned with your truth, it's going to feel conflictive, and you're going to feel stuck. Okay, so patience. Okay, patience, and making the choice that's ultimately going to align you with balance. Moderation is key. Harmony, balance, you know, yin, yang. It's like we all have to find our balance, and that's what this process is that you're going through. It's not easy. It takes strength. It really does. But you have the strength, infinite strength to do it. It's what you came here to do. So believe in yourself, okay? Get some crystals and surround yourself with some beautiful energies, because even just looking at them, you'll remember. It's like, you know, rose quartz. Just having this on my desk, you know, it represents unconditional love. So, and rocks and gems and plants, anything with a living life force, your energy imprints with it, and it's very subtle, but over time it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and it becomes intuitive, where it's just this constant reminder, and it brings that sense of peace and relief. So experiment with healing and what you're learning, you know, write things down, reward yourself, take yourself out, relax, take a bath, do something that allows you to just be you, true to who you are, okay? All right, that's your message, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Thank you all for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the videos. I am just so grateful to share these messages with you guys. If you're interested in personal readings, you can find the information on my website at crystallyn.love, and I also have a Patreon where I share messages, and I have an Instagram. So if you want to follow me over there, I'd be honored. And I look forward to seeing you guys for the next pick a card. Keep being true to yourselves. I love you so much. We walk together in heart and spirit always. And until next time, sending all my infinite love. Peace out. Group number 2. Hey, group number 2. How are you guys? So let's see what your soul is illuminating for you at this time. What's being illuminated for you? We've got the rose quartz here, and this is actually a worry stone that I picked up a while back just to put in my pocket. And so I'm feeling there's an energy of comfort here, like whatever it is that you're feeling worried about, just know that all is well, and love is the only thing that's real, the only thing that's eternal. And so yeah, I love this. Okay, I'm just feeling a lot of comfort energy. So this is from the Lover's Oracle. I'll let you look at the picture here, and it says, wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay. With every breath I take, I'm getting healthier and healthier. My body is a mirror of my inner thoughts and beliefs. I nourish it with good foods and healthy exercise. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to look at your tarot here. So we have the Four of Cups, or opportunity beckons. We have the Ten of Swords, the Five of Spirals, the Five of Spirals, the Four of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups again. Okay. Make sure you guys can see all those cards. Yes, you can. Okay. Oh my goodness. So I feel like your higher self is maybe you feel you feel, you know what it is that there are shadows within you right now that are coming up to the light of day to be seen, heard, and transmuted. There's an energy here of feeling complacent or stuck or bored or not satisfied. I feel like there's some internal conflict going on here. There's an energy of kind of feeling betrayed, or there was some deception going on, but I almost feel, because the Five of Spirals in this deck is the Five of Wands, and this is all about how we're focusing on a situation. It's like our perspective. Whether we're looking at the light side of it or the dark side of it, okay? It's like everything is light and dark. So if we're focused on the shadow and not on the what's creating the shadow, there comes this energy of confusion or conflict, or not being able to see eye to eye, because it's like you have to acknowledge why the shadows are there in the first place. And it speaks to the ego. It speaks to conflict, usually within our own selves. And it's like the spirit versus the ego, or the light versus the dark. They're both real in a sense. They both exist. So I feel like there's this period of acceptance that you're going through. There's a period of time right now where you're being encouraged to go within, to kind of be still and meditate and really feel into your heart and where these thoughts are coming from. These thoughts that have you feeling just done for. It's exhausting. Like I almost feel this energy of being tired, and with every breath I take, I'm getting healthier and healthier. So there's this energy of shifting your mindset. What's being illuminated for you is to focus on the light and not the dark, to focus on what is truly calling your heart. And that means you have to open your heart in order to see the opportunities that are beckoning you forward. You have to open your heart, and that means accepting the light and the dark. It means understanding that everything happens for a reason. There's this wait, don't rush into it. So it's like there is this feeling of wanting to go towards something, but maybe it's not happening because there's something first within you that you need to clear out. You need to see. You need to bring to the light in order to release it. Let's see what else you've got here. Soulmates. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. So there's a relationship here that may have served as a catalyst for you to become your greatest version, in a sense. I feel like this is maybe it's very similar to the last message. I mean, this is what's been coming through a lot, so I'm not surprised. It's about focusing on who you want to be. It's about focusing on becoming your best self, opening your heart, okay? Seeing yourself as human, seeing yourself as light and dark, good and bad, yin and yang, but you're choosing ultimately what energies you are feeding, okay? What energies you are engaging in. And your soul, your heart is feeling unsatisfied for a reason. It's really asking for this energy of Six of Pentacles. To me is that energy of equal give and receive in the physical. It's an energy exchange of something tangible. So this relationship is like, you could feel that this person is your other half, or your person, your soulmate, your twin, your divine counterpart, your partner, however you resonate with that connection. There's a deep connection here. I feel like, in a sense, you know, this is about embracing, really becoming your best self always. You know, not just for someone else, but doing it for yourself, because if you don't do it for yourself, it's not something that will last. And this Five of Spirals energy, this Ten of Swords, it's going to continue, because it's basically your soul fighting the old programs and beliefs. The Swords is all mental. It's all created from that consciousness of fear, deception, manipulation, betrayal, all of these energies that come from being disconnected, okay? Because only love is real. Love supports, love communicates, love inspires, love is honest, love is compassionate, is forgiving, okay? That is love. And it helps us see how we're loving ourselves and how we love others. If it's a relationship where we know we have this deep connection, but we're in the fear consciousness, we're fighting our own shadows, those things, if we don't allow ourselves to see them and really own them, you know, because they're inside of us, it gets projected outward. And I feel like this is about you really stepping into your power. It's just like the other one, the last message. Let's see what else you've got here. Oh my, palmistry interpretation. Yeah, this card is about how we interpret information. It's about perspective. It's calls for us to shift our perspective, to see things from a different angle. I'm gonna have to look that one up and just to make sure, but TikTok. Okay. This card's about divine timing, trusting divine timing. Time is not linear. I mean, time is linear, right? But it's not. It's fluid. This card speaks to everything is all happening right now, past, present, future. That like this moment is the only moment that is happening, and it's about trusting divine timing and understanding the cause and effect and the natural flow, trusting nature to take its course. Is very interesting. So there's something here about divine timing. You can feel inside what it is that is true. You feel it, you know it. And wow, opportunity to forgive. Okay, this is really aligning you with the qualities of unconditional love. This is an opportunity to practice and learn forgiveness for yourself and possibly for this other individual here, your person, okay? Yeah, understanding. Oh my goodness. Number 2. Wow, this is really beautiful, because this card is about really understanding things from different perspectives, and see how it's like shining a light on her, and this is building bridges, you know. It's standing firm on your own bridge and being able to offer that support and stability to someone else. It's truly understanding your emotions, your mind. It's building a bridge, it's partnership. It's beautiful. Okay, it's shining a light on the whole situation and helping you gain a deeper understanding and wisdom of what this is. It's amazing. Visions of life beyond death, number 44. This is beautiful because it's about seeing beyond this physical reality. It's about receiving those divine visions and being connected to the unseen, to your higher self. Oh, well, we're going to read this card. It's a number 44, and you got 444. Okay, you may be seeing a lot of fours, 444, which is, to me, represents unconditional love and building a solid foundation. Amazing. Maintain your childlike spirit, number 27. Staying connected to who you really are. It's when we are fighting our demons, so to speak, we can lose touch with our true essence, and our true essence is unconditional love. So by allowing yourself to take time to tune into what brings about your essence naturally is going to strengthen your power. It's going to restore your power. There's a shift in perspective that needs to take place. That's what's being illuminated for you right now, and you're going to know, you're gonna feel it when you're able to access that childlike spirit, when you're able to see things through the eyes of your higher self, through your childlike self, which is pure. It's that pure essence energy, unconditional love frequency. It's playful. Seriousness is a disease of the ego, because the ego will have you jumping through hoops and doing all of these things and working yourself to the bone, fighting yourself. It just comes up with all sorts of things, and that child spirit inside, that pure essence inside, we don't hear it. We don't hear it. We don't see what it's trying to show us. So our hearts close, and when that happens, we feel like we kind of feel lost, like we don't know what to do. Nothing is really satisfying us. The Four of Swords here is asking you to come out of your head and into your heart. I think this was in the last, you guys may resonate with the first message as well. This is taking some time to really listen to your higher self. You're at a completion stage. You're done with this fear-based consciousness. It's no longer something you're willing to entertain. You're expanding, you're growing your consciousness. So what once satisfied you, you're outgrowing, and something new is coming to take its, to come in and take its place. And I feel like you are being prepared for a divine partnership, a very equally giving and receiving partnership that is so fulfilling, that no one else compares. And that's why you feel that energy. But this is about being careful not to get too complacent. There are things here for you to learn and understand a year from now. So this is from the angels, and this is basically speaking to what I'm feeling is this happening within a year. It usually speaks to something happening within a year. So I do feel this energy of preparation, that your higher self, it wants you to grow and focus on becoming healthier in your body, in your spirit, in your mind. Wow. Open your heart to love, Jesus. Yeah, you've got to open your heart. You've got to open your heart in order to receive the love that you are feeling deep inside, and opening your heart for yourself, loving yourself unconditionally, opening your heart towards those things that allow you to feel that childlike spirit. If it's not just one person that makes us open our heart or whatever. We have to do that first, choosing to open our heart to yourself, to your mission, to the planet, to animals, to others, moving forward with an open heart. Being the person that you came here to be is what's going to attract what it is you're truly desiring. If we aren't true to ourselves and we're fighting ourselves and we're not listening to our heart, we can't attract these soulmate relationships. It's not a match. So I feel like that's what's happening here. Green Man, synergy, synchronicities, being in alignment. If you go out into nature and practice being in your essence, tuning into the frequency of unconditional love, you may notice the trees vibrate, that things kind of move around you. It's tuning into that frequency and realizing that it's all here right now in every single moment. And it's all about how we choose to focus our energy. When you're tuned into nature, which is pure, right? It's that pure essence energy. It's not manipulated or distorted. It's very pure. And so it's easy for us to connect when we are in nature. It's very effortless to be in that receptive mode and receive if we are aware, consciously aware of what we're doing. And I feel like during times like that, the synchronicities, the synergy, feeling at one, with the all it is that's going to strengthen your own connection to your spirit. And it's about reconnecting. It's about being connected to who you really are. And so you are able to be your true authentic self and come into union with someone who is truly authentic and sees you for who you are as well. So we have burden, number 43, and 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. So this could be a period of time where you're really getting in touch with your truth and how you speak your truth and how you're speaking to yourself. I feel like if there's any burdens, like this card speaks to laying down your burdens, recognizing what's yours and what isn't, that you came into this life with everything you need: love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, all of these great qualities that you have, you came into this life with, and we each did. We each came in with these qualities, and so we're each responsible for, in a sense, creating our own reality. And it's understanding that we're co-creators, and whatever energy we're embodying, we are contributing to. So this is about you really claiming your power and choosing to lay your burdens down. Whatever does not belong to you, whatever is not your responsibility, it's time for you to lay that burden down, because we're each responsible for carrying our own load, the consequences of our own choices. We can't save anyone else. We can't do it for them. Each of us have to choose it for ourselves. And so it's unnecessary to carry a burden for someone else, because in actuality it's enabling them. It's denying them the opportunity to connect to their higher self. So whatever burdens that you're carrying, it's time for you to lay them down. And I think that it could be forgiving someone else. It could be seeing things from another person's perspective. It could, it's just very similar to the last reading. This is your throat chakra, speaking your truth to yourself and others, which restores your power. Every time you choose to live in your truth, you restore your power. If you're choosing to speak in a way that is not reflective of your truth, it diminishes our power. It weakens us. We are like afraid to take chances and move forward, and we feel these opportunities, but they feel so out of reach, and truly they're not. Like, you are right where you're supposed to be. Everything is being illuminated in such a beautiful way, and it's gentle. It's slow and steady. It's one day at a time. It's being able to come to that place of balance and centeredness within you, through understanding, through the practice of unconditional love, practicing forgiveness, forgiving yourself. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Okay, so I feel like the soulmate relationship is really illuminating your own shadows, which is beautiful. It's actually a blessing in disguise, because we need each other sometimes to see the shadows, right? We see the light, and the light casts the shadow. It's the light that's true. The shadow's real, but it's not the true energy, right? There's a contrast to everything. We live in a dualistic reality. So it's embracing light and dark, but knowing that you can choose to be the light. You can choose forgiveness. You can choose to heal. You can choose to have this acceptance and peace and knowing that all is well. You can choose to see through the perspective of love or fear. I want to see this. I don't get this card very often. I just want to make sure there's not see if there's a message in there. It keeps calling to me. Okay. So it's I'm just going to read it because it has I'm just going to read it to you. It says, too often you draw conclusions that leave you feeling upset or frustrated, but your reactions are due entirely to your own interpretation of what others say and the situations you find yourself in. Adopt a new way of thinking that will help you embrace life and live it to the full. That's why you are here after all. Spruce yourself up in appearance, if you will, but definitely in mind. Embark on a task or journey with a new and positive attitude. Grabbing opportunities with gusto and purpose will turn your life around, and you will find you achieve more than you ever have. Soon you'll notice that others' attitudes towards you will become more affirming, as yours will to them and to anything else that comes your way. It says, I resented what I saw. Life was dull. I wanted more. Wow. I read the wrong way into things. Now I read them right, and my heart sings. What you deem as bad is another man's good. Nothing is all black or all white. Look at a situation through different eyes. Visit an accredited palm reader. Consider where life has taken you and make changes if need be. Okay. So you've learned a lot about yourself already, and this is really about having that courage to acknowledge that you're human, that you're human, and we all came into this reality in some way, shape, or form, into this fear-based consciousness. It's what we came here to transmute. It's what we, and love, unconditional love is the true energy. It is who you really are. So it's having compassion for yourself. It's forgiving yourself, knowing that being humble, being authentic like that is the most powerful thing you can do, because that requires the most strength. If it were easy, everyone would do it. Right? So it takes a lot of courage to look at ourselves in the mirror and see our own shadows and be willing to do something about them, to not be a victim to what's happening to ourselves anymore. We can see that maybe in the past we had, we were hard on ourselves, or we had this victim mentality, but it's because we weren't aware and we had these programs going on within us, and it was all meant to be. We made choices rooted in fear, but it's about learning from that. And once we become awakened, once we become aware, and love is the only thing that wakes us up. Love is the only thing that awakens us. So this person, okay, this is a soulmate, a soul connection, a partnership. Not anyone can just awaken you. We're all love, we're all connected, but not every person awakens you in the way that I feel you've been awakened here. And it's meant to help you see things from a expanded consciousness and perspective, to embrace your dark side, to embrace your shadows and understand why they're there, to acknowledge them and say, I know why you're there. I understand why they're here, and I choose to forgive. I choose to align with love and my authentic path and make choices now based in love. And so moving forward, right, because every moment is only right now. The past is, we can't go back, but in this moment we can choose love, we can forgive in the next moment, and that affects the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. Once we can forgive, once we understand things from a higher perspective, we can free ourselves of attracting any more conflict or negativity or anything. We're choosing the truth. We're choosing to be healthy and thrive, and it's that energy of synergy. You're going to know it when the synchronicities are all around you. That's affirming, Opening your heart to love is what allows you to receive love and give love. If your heart isn't open, no matter how much you want this to happen right now, it's only going to end in conflict, and it's, you know, it's going to end, right? It's going to go back into separation. So it's about embracing, you know, your path, being authentic. And so when you come together, it's like you're both centered, you're both being true, and you can move forward. It's forever. You know, it's partnership. It's growing together. It's learning together. It's no more judgments or projections or assumptions or any of that, you know, because each person has made a choice to choose love, to be honest with themselves. So they trust themselves, which means they can trust each other. You know, it feels really good it's easy to trust someone who trusts themselves, right? So we learn how to choose love, we trust ourselves, and we know that every person is capable of choosing love and being self-governing and making choices from a place of the heart of the truth. And so I feel like this is really powerful, and whatever energy you're feeling right now of lack of movement, know that it's serving a purpose, and it's meant for you to kind of meditate, go within, and really tune into your heart and clear out anything that is holding you back from living your best self, from being healthy and thriving. And the soul is eternal. There's no rush. It's not a race. It's not a competition. What's meant to be yours will always be yours. You know, the person that's meant for you loves you equally. Love is eternal, and it's not something we can just turn on and off. It's something that already is, and it will remain long after we're gone. We are connected eternally in love. So if it's true love, it truly never leaves you. It's already within you. It's like when you meet someone that your heart recognizes immediately, you're like, I know this person. There's a familiarity. You feel like you've known them before. It's easy to have a conversation. Your minds click, right? Your heart already knows the truth. It's the mind that comes in is like, oh, well, this is not logical. There's no reason, you know, whatever it is. So we're all learning and growing and anchoring this love, and we're all humans in this matrix, this wild, crazy world that is truly heaven on earth if we choose it to be, right? It's all right here, right now. Now is all there is. So, oh my goodness, I've gone on with this message. Let me read this to you because I want to read these to you guys, because I just feel they're so powerful, and I really feel guided to do it. So let me see where we're at here. Make sure everything's still recording. So sacred vision is awakening within you. Yeah, that sacred vision, okay? You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see, to see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence after all. What was once dismissed as an irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision takes you into the being of the universal creator. This is sacred terrain beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more open you are to receiving true vision, the more love you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there is love within it always. This realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss. It does provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. The vision of love, the truth of all that is, can move us more than anything else possibly can. If you've been wondering about your life path or whether you should take action on a project, or you need inspiration to really move you out of a slump you've fallen into, then this oracle brings you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will be graced with a way out of the stagnancy. You will be able to see things differently and more accurately. Any confusion or uncertainty you have felt is going to pass, and you will be left with clear insight. The stories you've been feeding yourself, or telling yourself may end up looking different to how they appear now. This may surprise you, but the vision that is coming to you will be more truthful and therefore freeing. It will be worth the shock, surprise, or the moment of embarrassment when you realize you've been operating under a false assurance or deluding yourself about the truth of a situation. Those moments will pass, and they are not something to feel bad about. They signify that you are leaving behind a smaller view for a more expansive one. They are a sign that you've outgrown your old vision in order to live in a bigger one. This is good. There might be a moment when your ego feels a bit dented, but sure enough, that too will pass. This oracle comes with additional guidance for you. You are watched over by life and held in protection. Whatever has been bothering you will not be able to harm you. You will prevail. If you're concerned that someone is getting away with something or blocking your path and it seems there is nothing you can do about it, don't worry. The all-seeing eye of life perceives everything without exception. It is the universal mother with eyes not only in the back of her head, but in every living cell of life itself. She misses nothing, and the truth of her vision will always be met with justice, mercy, and wisdom. This oracle is asking you to shift your perspective and look at an issue of concern a little differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add the following statement to the end of this healing process below. I call upon the universal eye to show me the most helpful way to see the situation of concern now. In shifting how you look at things, the energy in what is beheld changes. You can see this with people. When you shame and judge someone, they react differently to when they are loved and encouraged. They may succeed nonetheless, but the journey to that success will be different. Looking at something through the eyes of love rather than fear can help us find our way more quickly, easily, and enjoyably. This oracle comes with the additional message that your ability to perceive is expanding into truth. Your ability to be inspired and see the light in all things is unfolding. It must be nourished in your heart with loving acceptance because you are going to help others through your vision, your art, and how you choose to be in the world. The healing process below will help you accept and anchor this developing gift. I'm going to say it really quick here. I now release any fear I have associated with seeing truth, with seeing beyond the veil of illusion, or with my inner vision opening up. From my heart, mind, and body, I release any wounding I have received in relation to what I have witnessed at any time, especially where it is based in the fearful responses of others. I ask that my vision be restored to its fullness through compassion and unconditional love. So be it. And I will put these down in the comments for you guys. Isn't that amazing? This is amazing. Okay, remember that the universe is a two-way mirror. That all-seeing eye, it really is true. We are energy, vibration, frequency. So be true to yourself. Be true to your heart, because when you are in alignment with your heart, when you are honest with yourself, when you choose love, when you choose to open your heart and receive the love, to give the love, that frequency is far more powerful than anything in your mind. So the things that begin to come into your reality, the synchronicities, the people showing up, the places, the opportunities, they'll just start coming in and you'll be able to see them. You know, right now the universe is offering you a cup and you're not seeing it. You're not seeing the opportunities because there's something here that you're focusing on in the dark. Okay, it's like about balance and moderation, equal, everything. There is no pleasure without pain. There is no pleasure without pain, because that's life. You know, it is life. It's like, I was just talking about this the other day. It's like being pregnant, you know. There's a lot of pleasure in conceiving a baby, but you're going to have to go through the pain in order for that baby to come into the world. Is it worth the pain? Is the pleasure worth the pain? You know, and that helped me really see things in a new perspective. It's like some things are worth the pain. You know, a relationship based on true unconditional love is going to have some pain. It's going to have some hard times. It's going to have to face things. But if you're willing to look at things and face things through the eyes of love, forgiveness, understanding, compassion, choosing on your own to learn and grow from it and not allow anything to hold you back, this is a relationship that's going to be forever. And it's loving yourself enough to open your heart and receive this love, you know, and to be able to offer this love to another. You know, we can't do that with a closed heart. So speak your truth, okay? Speak your truth to yourself. Use your voice to understand, to forgive, to love, to support, to inspire. use your voice to encourage yourself, and don't put yourself down. Don't feed those fear-based thoughts of lack or unworthiness or shame or any of that. Okay, this is the opportunity to grow and see things from that expanded perspective, which is you're here to help a lot of people see. It's like through your own example, you inspire others, and that ripples out into the world. You don't even have to tell anyone. It's like I said, the energy, the universe is a two-way mirror. I didn't say it. It's just coming through. But it's recognizing that you are part of the whole, and the whole sees you. When you are in that frequency of unconditional love, it's like it's telepathic. It will send things to you. You're connected. Things just come into reality like so fast. It's amazing. So this is your message, you guys. I truly hope that it resonated, that it brought clarity and affirmation to what you're feeling, and hopefully some guidance moving forward. And all of this is for growth. We're human. We're human. None of us have a manual, and most of us don't have the most wise mentors in our life, in our everyday life. So, everyone's doing the best they can with where they are, and you have this divine insight into your own self and really claiming your power and being this amazing co-creator that you came to be. This can only benefit you. So what's coming to light is the truth, the understanding, the frequency of love, and I really feel this relationship is a catalyst for it. And to be patient, and take your time and feel right within your own spirit before engaging in a relationship with others, because then you're going to feel strong. You're going to know yourself and what you're capable of, and when you see through love and you can forgive yourself, things don't trigger you anymore. And really the reason that we have a hard time, like when I see the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, there's been some sort of conflict or not seeing eye to eye, because there's that disconnect from your spirit, and we trust ourselves. We trust how we respond. When you're in love, you respond to what's happening versus reacting. It's that fear consciousness is fight or flight, so we don't trust how we're going to react to a situation. And so, if we're in that energy, things, we can't see eye to eye. So when you trust yourself, when you choose love, and you know that you're going to respond in love in every single moment, there's no more fear. There's no more judgments or any of that. So you're able to trust yourself. And when you trust each other and you work together and your partners, it's absolutely beautiful. So I see this as a gift that you're both giving to each other to learn and grow. Our souls are always connected, in the unseen. They're already connected. It's through these experiences that we help each other. So if you can see it from that perspective too, that it's a gift that you're giving to each other, an opportunity to learn and grow and become your best self, I think that's amazing. Okay, so that's that, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you all for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. I'm so honored and grateful to deliver these messages. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can go to my website at crystallyn.love. And I also have a Patreon if you're interested. I do messages over there for my Patreons weekly, and it's amazing to tune in with you guys over there. So thank you. And follow me on Instagram. If you have an Instagram, I'd love to connect with you over there. But other than that, you guys, I'll see you for the very next pick a card, and I'm sending you all my infinite love as always. Peace out. Group number 3. How are you, group number 3? Welcome to your reading. Let's see what is being illuminated for you at this time, what your higher self would like you to know. You picked the amethyst, which is beautiful, and this is such a spiritual stone. It really speaks to your innate intuition and knowing, your spiritual side. Really allows you to connect in with that mystical part of yourself. So feeling some mystical energy here. And look at this on the heart. This is from the Lover's Oracle. It's like her third eye is being illuminated here. Butterflies, transformation. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Right? So really your intuition is really spot on right now, okay? You're going through a metamorphosis, a transformation, a lot of us are at this time, which is beautiful. A lot of things are being illuminated, and it's about focusing on that growth. We are growing and expanding our consciousness, and you are super tapped in and tuned in. I feel like your intuition, your heart, you're really connected. You know the answer. You know the answer. This is affirming. This is going to be a message of affirmation. I trust and know that all is well in my world. Divine right action is guiding me every moment of the day. I know that whatever the outcome is, it is perfect for me and everyone concerned. So you've really been following your heart and choosing the things that are for the highest good of all, which includes yourself, okay? You're just very wise. I feel some deep wisdom here. This is separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. Okay, and yeah, even in this picture, she looks like she's kind of sad. Tears are coming out of her eyes, it looks like. So, and it's almost like she's illuminating, like her third eye is illuminated. She's got that telepathic communication, but there's something dark, almost like a darkness over her eyes, but your heart already knows the answer. So this is about really coming into full trust of what your heart knows to be true, trusting your heart. Let's see what your tarot cards have to say. Eight of Wands, success and growth. Page of Rods or Page of Wands. Well, this is beautiful. The Dreamer, Knight of Mirrors. This is the Knight of Cups in the original tarot. I think this card, I might look it up just to be sure, but I think in this particular deck, the Dreamer it can be a mystical experience and not just a person, whereas in the original tarot, it's usually a person, a masculine energy. So this deck also represents that dreamy energy, mysticism. And look at, there's a tiger here. It's like there's passion, there's inspiration. It's very divinely guided, whatever it is you're going through or experiencing right now. Justice, balance. Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Okay. Okay, so I feel like there's, it's, you are very aware of your feelings and what you know, and there's this energy of passion and new beginnings and movement. There's an energy of growth and flourishing, and it's coming from like deep within your heart. It's like your heart recognizes, because the cups are the emotions, right? And I just keep seeing this tiger here, like bounding, like action, like with the Eight of Wands, it's action, it's movement, it's flourishing energy that wherever it kind of lands or ends up, it just keeps growing. It's that love. It's like planting a seed and it just keeps growing. So it brings you a lot of emotional fulfillment and also, inspired energy. There's some sort of new beginning here. And there's balance and justice in this. But with separation here in the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords, there's this energy of, truths being spoken and really taking action with that clarity of truth in your mind. And it's coming from your heart and your soul. It's like there's maybe an energy of doubt or should I go after this? You know, is this aligned with the truth? Is this balanced? Is this real almost, you know? But it's like, trust your intuition. Trust where the inspired energy is rooted. Inspiration comes from love. It comes from the heart. And if you're really missing someone, if you're really thinking about someone and you're yearning, you know, it's that energy of yearning. It's recognizing where it's really coming from. The heart knows the truth. It knows the truth. It sees the truth immediately. It's our head that has to catch up with it if it has any sort of fears or doubts or, you know, programs running from the fear consciousness. So justice is an energy of going into that perspective of your higher self, kind of coming out of your emotions and seeing things from the higher perspective. What is best for the highest good of all? I see that you make choices, you know, to the best of your ability with the intention of it being in the highest good of all. And so you have this ability to perceive things with complete truth and honesty, you know, fairness and justice and equality. You see the soul inside. You see that there are consequences to every action. And so, you know, it's like in this, you know, there's the king and then the peasant or whatever, you know, someone who, but they're being judged equally. They're being judged based on their authenticity, their truth, being honest, you know, their courage, their ability to be who they really are. You know, this is a situation too that I feel is coming into balance and harmony. You know, I don't know, I'm going to see what else is coming through here, but it's like all is well. Trust all is well. You know that. And there's a lot of growth energy, success and growth around this. So it's almost like once a truth is spoken, there's a truth, there's a communication, there's a lot of communication coming, or you wouldn't be feeling this way, okay? Like you're picking up on something, telepathy, third eye, you're feeling that fire, that passion. It's like you've been contemplating, you've been moving forward in love, opening your heart, deepening your wisdom and your intuition, your psychic gifts. And the mind, you know, if there's any sort of doubt going on, it kind of can create this energy of confusion. So it's kind of like also just having to let go of anything that's not serving the love moving forward. And because it's based on the truth, you know, it's like a clearing out of the old negative energy. And it's almost like there's this passion, this love, whatever this is, it's really helping you see clearly. And whatever energies of conflict or doubt or contrast that were coming up in the mind, it's like your ability to see the truth is allowing you to take action and go after what you want, and in a sense of really aligning with your true authentic heart, your path, your soul, your truth, okay? And I feel like through this separation, it's allowed you to deepen your connection to what you know to be true, to trusting your heart, to trusting the choices that you're making. And the energy that you're moving into is like there's adventure and passion. And I feel like both of these cards speak to adventure and really moving forward in love. So let's see what you've got here. Wow, Oracle wisdom. Yeah. Again, look at these cards. I just got goosebumps. Wow. This card speaks to, I mean, look at this. It's like I see the third eye. I see all this energy coming in. Trust yourself, trust your wisdom, your experiences. What you know to be true is true, okay? You're wise far beyond what you're giving yourself credit for. You claim it, own it. You know what you know for a reason. You're very intuitive, very psychic. This is about trusting yourself and not allowing yourself to be misguided by anything outside of you. The wisdom that you know, that you've gained through experience, you know for a reason. So trust it. You have it because of the experiences that you've been through. And it is right on. It is, you are seeing things from a very clear perspective, okay? That's what I'm feeling from this. Trust your wisdom, trust your intuition, okay? Breathe. Wow. This came out in one of the other messages here too. Taking time to meditate and go within to your heart, to allow yourself to be receptive to the wisdom, to the truths. Taking those deep breaths, meditating, really listening to your heart right now, and breathing. Wow, I feel a lot of clarity. Let's see what else we have here. Daydream, look at you. Very similar to the dreamer. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. So, by trusting your wisdom, by trusting what you know, you can really allow yourself to daydream and feel into, what it is that brings that peace and contentment and those visions of your higher self, of unconditional love. Your heart is open, you're relaxed, they come in and you can feel it, because you are in tune with your heart. You're in tune with your emotions, your well-being, with fairness and equality. So you can let go of any sort of doubts that you don't know what you're doing or you can't trust yourself, okay? You know, this is like coming through so strongly. It's like, trust yourself. And when you're daydreaming and just meditating, you can feel, what is in alignment for you, what's coming, and to kind of allow yourself to be in that, because whatever pictures we're holding in our mind is what we manifest in the physical. Whatever pictures are running in our mind is what we manifest. If we are envisioning partnership and love and joy and contentment and being creative, those pictures are playing out in our minds, and what's coming to us, we can trust, we can feel, because we feel it. It's like, it's naturally igniting that love and inspiration within us. If we have pictures of, sadness and loss and grief, that is what we are feeling and experiencing. So when you are not allowing the mind, to take over, when you're just receptive, when you trust, then the visions, they just come, and the daydreams, and you can fuel them and contribute that beautiful energy of growth and success to them. You can love them. You can, without being attached. It's like, it's just understanding your imagination and being able to see it as a superpower almost, It's about entertaining the visions that are coming from your heart and your higher self, and not from the mind, from the matrix world, from anything outside of you, because the programming or the false beliefs have told you this is what you need to envision. You are actually connecting with the vision of your higher self. And when you receive that vision, to allow yourself to, be in it, for however long it lasts, and to trust that what you're receiving is in fact coming from your higher self, and it wouldn't be coming to you if it wasn't meant for you. You have so much wisdom. You are so connected. Okay. And this is from the angels. So they're right there. Your guardian angel. Look at the bigger picture, number 23. Wow, really being able to see the bigger picture. You have that higher perspective. You're in tune. And the key, right, is really being able to trust that wisdom and see the bigger picture, so that we're not feeding the fears. It's like, we know we have that wisdom. We know we have the ability to be patient and trust divine timing. There is a beautiful new adventure waiting for you. Trust yourself. Look at this. You know what? The butterflies have been coming out in every single message. Wow, I just got goosebumps again. Trust yourself. There's butterflies, there's dragonflies, there's snakes, there's every animal you could imagine, you know. We're going to read this. I'm going to read this to you at the end, but this is beautiful, okay? This is such affirmation. What a very, very clear message, okay? I'm going to set this over here. Celebrate differences. So, the ability to see the uniqueness in everyone, in yourself and everyone, that we're all different. We all have our own unique purpose and gifts, and I feel like you are someone who really celebrates that. You know, for me, I relate to that. You know, it's like variety is the spice of life. I love that everyone is different and we all have something unique to offer this world if we would only allow it, you know. And so this is beautiful. You know, you are open to this beautiful magic of love, your heart. You understand we're all different and you celebrate those differences. There's an energy of just balance here that is so beautiful and much needed in this world. No need to worry. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's, you know, whatever worries or doubts are coming up, there's no need to worry. This is really just affirming how amazingly psychic you are and in tune and connected to yourself, okay? Don't you love that? We all need affirmation. That's love affirms. Love affirms. And love has guided you to this message because you really have no need to worry. It's your higher self just reminding you that what you already know is true, okay? You are seeing this situation accurately. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever had a message come out this synchronistic before. See how intuitive you are? Look at this. Wow, the energy that I was picked up in pulling these cards. It's almost, isn't the universe funny how we get so worked up in our own doubts and things, and then we're like, okay, I need affirmation and it better be epic or I'm not going to believe this anymore. And then you find something like this or something like this happens and it's like, well, that's not a coincidence. How could that, you know, it's like, wow, the universe, like I would get to points where sometimes I'd had it, you know, and I was like, I don't know if I believe this. You're going to have to show me something really epic. Like in the beginning, I was just like, it's got to be really epic and blow my mind, or you're the universe, you know, if you can't do it, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm really feisty, so it would totally humble me. Like, so, I mean, it's like things would happen that only the universe could pull off, and I'd be like, okay, okay, I see, and I trust. And the more, you know, the universe is playful. It will play with you. It understands our humanness. It understands that this is a challenge. It's us and we are it. And so I just love how fun this is and how affirming this is. You are seeing the situation accurately, okay? Trust your intuition. You know exactly what's going on. And the ancestors, generations card, okay? So this is, you know, you are part of a long lineage of people who have brought you to this point, and you are also here to leave that legacy. You know, you are part of the legacy of love. You are a link in the chain of love. You've broken the chains of fear. You've transmuted so much. You've been through enough to have all this amazing wisdom and insight, which only comes through experience, your own personal experience. And the ancestors here are with you. You know, they are supporting you, cheering you on. It is so much bigger than us, right? This is about the bigger picture. This is about anchoring unconditional love here on earth. This is about transmuting fear into love. And our heart, you know, love is the only thing that can do it, right? These relationships that we have, this could be your divine counterpart that you're in separation with as a twin flame or soulmate. And you both came here to heal the false beliefs and programs that keep us in this negative loop, you know, of illusions and pain and suffering and survival. So this has been happening, you know, for a while, and it's taken everything that's happened before to get us to this point right now, right? So it's like seeing how far we've come, not just in our own journey, but in continuing on the journey of love for our family, our lineage, our humanity, the people that helped bring us into this world, and the, you know, it's being that divine light for those that are coming after you, you know. And so I feel like this is something that was always meant to be. And I don't know, it's beautiful. The frog, cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage, okay? So yeah, this is all about really allowing yourself to purge and heal, right? So emotions coming up from your heart, if there's anything in your heart right now that's needing released, now is the time. It's about allowing yourself to be free. Give your burdens of worry and concern to your higher self, to the universe, that it's handling everything behind the scenes so that you can walk free. You know, allow yourself to purge and cry, and know that that deep pain or whatever it is that's coming up is because you love deeply, that what you feel is true. Only only love is real. So everything that every loving thing you've ever felt is true. Okay, and once, you know, emotions can flow, they're like water, right? They have to flow, and they're meant to. They're not meant to be stagnant or stifled up or held in. You know, they need to flow and move and express emotions, energy and motion. So this is a period of time for you, to allow you to have that time to clear out any emotions, to cry, to purge, to whatever, be angry, be anything you need to express, release. And at the same time, you know, ask yourself, what is it that I'm learning from this? You know I had to go through a process as I opened my heart, as I chose to open my heart, you know, fully, and just walk forward with an open heart. There were some lingering emotions in there, like from my parents and just childhood things. And when I allowed them to myself to really feel them and connect to where it's coming from, it was like, when you've reached this place of wisdom, you can see what it is, and you can release it, you know, knowing that as you're moving forward, you're aligning to things that are serving your well-being, serving the well-being of others. So there's no more hurt and pain going back and forth. It's just allowing yourself to release. It's natural, right? So I feel like that's what this is. And there's like this energy of spring and freshness that comes with it. Feels so good. Adjacent possibilities. So this card speaks to that there is, you know, opportunities all around you that you may not have seen before, but there are doors opening to you that, by releasing whatever it is you need to release, and really trusting and really allowing yourself to move forward with the wisdom, the knowing, trusting your intuition, you know the truth. So now that you can feel free and clear, there's no more doubt going on in the mind or in the heart or anything like that, you're going to see these doors opening that allow you to focus on the opportunities, being engaged with life in a way that just feels fulfilling. It's like allowing you to be patient while your dreams are manifesting, okay? Because patience is really learning how to wait for what you really want with a good attitude. That's what I tell my kids. It's like, if there's something you really want, and it's rooted in your heart, it's rooted in your soul, you know that you deserve this is what you came here to experience, then you have to trust as well that you wouldn't be feeling it unless it was coming to you. And it's accepting that, it's claiming that it's meant to be for you, and knowing that it's on its way. So when you know that, you can just kind of let go of when it's going to show up, because you know it will in divine timing, when the time is right. Things are happening behind the scenes, you know, we're all moving at our own pace. And so with that energy free, you're allowing yourself to focus on what you love, on nurturing your well-being, on nurturing your reality. And these things that you may not have seen that are now you are seeing, you know. So whatever's being illuminated, it's possibilities, it's opportunities that are going to allow you to really remain true to yourself and strong in yourself as you're waiting patiently or waiting with a good attitude for what it is that's coming in for you, okay? Your ability to see the bigger picture and to know what is meant for you. There's no need to worry, okay? I do feel communication in some way, whether it's, you just opening up more and being more communicative, period, in everything, because you trust yourself, you know yourself. And it can also mean I'm feeling it both ways, and that when communication opens up, it's just going to be built on that foundation of love, where it's flourishing and it's growing and it's just becoming more beautiful and amazing. And because of your deeply rooted trust in your heart, it's like there is such a peace and knowing. It's like you know, because you trust yourself, okay? So trust yourself. Number 31. I'm going to read this to you. I'm reading these today because they're just so wonderful and so on point. So on point. So, oh my goodness. You are wise. You know how to grow, even without knowing how you know. Like the ancient forests, spectacular galaxies, and the acorn that becomes the oak, there is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason. It just happens. At the deepest levels, we are governed by this force that is so palpable, it literally shapes the world. At the same time, it is so invisible that sometimes we forget its presence and worry that our minds have to work everything out for life to happen and for us to be all right. We can become unnecessarily anxious about our affairs and how life will unfold. This oracle brings the message that you are growing. You really are. Don't doubt it. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground. Below the earth, it is summoning up all the might, power, and force it needs to push above the topsoil and burst up into the light. It is essential for anything good to happen later on. Yet we don't see any of that. We just have to trust that things will happen when the time is right. You are also being asked to trust in yourself. You know how to grow. Don't overthink things. It won't help you. Don't worry so much. You are doing a great job in this game of life. When you trust yourself, you relax and you can heed your own wisdom, insight, and messages much more clearly and easily. This oracle comes with particular guidance. You have a big destiny this lifetime and much to experience. Sometimes you make the error of judging something that is unpleasant as negative or a mistake. It isn't. It's just part of your great hunger for experience. It doesn't mean you have to have a lot of it, but when you do, don't shame yourself for it. Simply let it be. Maybe it's just fertilizer for your next step on the path. It's all part of your life process, and it's all a sign of growth. This oracle is also telling you not to resist any points of instability in your life. This even applies to your most treasured relationships or creative projects. That instability is just a growing pain because more consciousness, more love, and more light wants to infiltrate and pervade all parts of your life. The instability is not a sign of sickness, but of growth. So don't fret. Instead, choose to flow and grow. Choose to flow and grow. Wow. I think that is absolutely amazing affirmation to whatever worries that you've had. Excuse me. It's going to hopefully affirm to you that everything you need is within you. All of the answers, all of the knowings, all of the opportunities that come your way are coming from inside of you. That you are attracting and manifesting and creating your reality based on what you are believing at your core. It is recognizing that these opportunities too that are here for you, you have essentially created for yourself, okay? And by choosing to trust yourself, you're going to be able to see them, okay? It's like the opportunity to, I want to say, explore new things, right? The opportunity to kind of get outside the norm. Like there's many doors here. I feel like it's, you know, more than just physical opportunities. I feel like it's within your own thoughts, within your own emotions. I just feel like what's going to illuminate for you when you trust yourself is you're going to see all of these new possibilities, and the way your mind thinks is going to be now open for those divine ideas to just flow in without any resistance at all. Those divine feelings like adventure. I feel adventure. I feel like this dreamy, wonderful, like it just lights your heart up type of energy, you know, and with see your differences or celebrate differences. You know, it may be things that you've never even considered before that are, it's like an adventure, you know. I just feel this energy. It's been a long time coming, and it's time to really embrace it and breathe and use this time to open up and discover things about yourself that you may have never even known. So this is amazing, okay? I feel like this separation is a blessing in disguise, in a sense that it's really allowing you the opportunity to learn what it means to trust yourself and trust your heart. And what you know to be true is always going to be affirmed. Whether it's today or tomorrow, you're going to continually be affirmed in your truth. Okay, so trust what you feel and feel that affirmation, you know, feel what you know to be true being affirmed in your life, and it will be before you know it. It's like growth is a process. It's, you know, requires us, you know, when we outgrow something, we're leaving something behind, but it's not negative. It's not bad. It's just like a child growing up and, you know, going from baby toys to big kid toys, or, you know, the tricycle to the bicycle. It's not to be sad. It's to be grateful for what it's taught us, and that we're now growing into something new. And with that, you know, comes a lot of new amazing opportunities. So trust yourself. Once you really come into that place of trust, the whole world is going to open up for you. I know it. So be true to yourself always. Trust yourself, your wisdom, and get ready for all of this amazing growth and adventure. And I mean, I see a lot of beauty here, okay? So I truly hope this message resonated and brought affirmation that you were seeking. And trust yourself always, okay? Trust your intuition. Thank you guys for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the videos. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find my information on my website at crystallynn.love. And if you're interested in joining me on Patreon, I would be honored. I do weekly messages over there. I love my Patreons. They're amazing. And if you're on Instagram, I'd love to have you follow me over there as well. So with that, you guys, thank you again so much. I look forward to the next message. And until then, sending you all my infinite love as always. Peace out. Okay, let me check the camera here. Make sure we're still on. Okay. We are still recording. Hello, group number 4. How are you? How are you guys? Let's see what is coming into life for you, what your soul, the universe is illuminating for you at this time. You guys chose the selenite heart. I just feel a lot of purity with this. Clarity in the heart, clarity in the mind, in the body, in the spirit. I love it, okay? It's beautiful. Let's see. This is from the Lover's Oracle. And it says, sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Beautiful. Wow, I love it. I rejoice in my creative energy. Fun, uplifting ideas flow through my consciousness, and I follow through on the ideas received, bringing them into full manifestation. So, really tapping into your creative energy right now. Probably ignited by this very beautiful sacred union, and igniting those inspired energies within you, your creativity, your inspiration, your passion. Okay, this one is healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. Beautiful. I like to see that. Let's see what your tarot says. 9 of Cups, dreams coming true. Well, this is a beautiful reading. And there's the goosebumps I just got again. The last reading really gave me goosebumps too. The World, oh my goodness. The Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Cups, and the Chariot. Okay. Okay. Well, there's a big cycle completing and a beautiful new cycle beginning for you that is very fulfilling. Obviously, sacred union here. Very much an energy of thriving. I mean, this is all so beautiful. The Magician. This is the ravens. There's 2 ravens on here, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so there's definitely a powerful energy of really being able to tap into all the gifts within you, your innate tools like of love, of the mind, body, spirit, bringing heaven to earth, bridging that gap. You're manifesting a very beautiful new beginning here, very prosperous, very abundant. You're in alignment with the flow, with the universe. You're in alignment with your dreams coming true, your wishes being fulfilled. And it's really rooted in your choice to be healthy, not just, in one particular area, but mind, body, soul, aligning with what is right for you and your lifestyle and being authentic, With the 5 of Cups and the Chariot here, I mean, honestly, I feel like with the Chariot here, you're really choosing to rise above duality. You're really choosing to align with your higher self, and you're choosing to pull yourself out of any sort of energy from the past that was had you regretting or grieving or sad or heartbroken. I feel like you've been in this energy for a while, and you've come to a point of healing where you're ready to make some changes in your life, and it's not forced. It's like you've allowed it to happen really naturally. And so because of that, it's like you're feeling it very genuinely and really rejoicing in that creative energy returning. And it could be this love that's really allowing you to see what matters, what's important to you, helping you end old cycles of limiting programs and beliefs and fear, and choosing to sow those seeds of love, right? To reap those seeds of love. And it's really understanding, that grief and where it comes from and why you feel it, and learning that you can grow and change and make choices rooted in love. And so by doing that, by having this very hard lesson, you're able to rise above and align with your willpower, your confidence, your creativity, to, trust your higher self and where it's guiding you, and take action and move forward. This to me is movement and alignment. It is divine intervention, your higher self really giving you that boost of energy to make those changes. So I love it, and it's very effortless when it comes in. It's like we have that epiphany, that realization. We know we've been in this energy, but we've chosen to learn from it. So we have that moment, and we just, one day we feel better, and we have that strength, that inspired energy to align with our willpower, our free will choice to align with what is right for us and take action, right? This is like action and movement, and really aligning with your willpower to just go, and even the Chariot's like moving away from the city, moving away from the distractions, and really focused on where you're headed, which is love and beauty and harmony and well-being. Okay, it's like, and you have everything you need within you to make that happen. You have everything within and without. It's like all right here. Okay, so let's see what else you have. Dreams, incubation. This card really speaks to the dream state, and you are possibly receiving a lot of dreams right now that are significant to your growth, to what's connecting you, especially with this relationship here, sacred union. You may be having a lot of dreams with your divine counterpart. Write down your dreams, maybe start a dream journal is what I'm feeling from this, that even if it doesn't make sense, just write it down. It's a way of communication, things coming up from the unconscious. When you're sleeping, you let go of all that resistance, and before you go to sleep, intend to remember your dreams, or really ask your higher self to help you remember your dreams, or to remember to write them down in the morning when you wake up. It's amazing because they're your dreams, right? So it's like it will help you more easily see the bigger picture and really connect to your whole self, the seen and the unseen. It's like receiving those pieces and bits, and it may not make sense at the moment, but later on down the road it makes so much sense. And when you write them down, you tend to remember them, where you don't even need to go back and read them. They'll just pop up, when you're meant to have that moment of realization or something. But if you don't write them down, they kind of fade away pretty quickly. So I feel like you're being encouraged to write your dreams down. That's going to be something really helpful for you, okay? And the Observer, number 49. This card is about really observing a situation from afar and being able to see from a new perspective. It's kind of like putting yourself in other people's shoes, and it's your higher self just observing and really taking in the whole picture, seeing what could be perceived from another perspective. And there's the fox here, so I don't know, there's this energy of maybe observing each other from a distance right now. I don't know. We'll have to read into it. Let me see what else comes through. Joy. Okay. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. So yeah, I feel like when you're really tapped into this energy of sacred union, which comes with yourself first, and when you are in sacred union with yourself, you can easily feel and see your divine reflections, right? So joy, that joy is who you are. That is the highest frequency of unconditional love. It is pure love, and it can only come inspired in a natural way, right? Through love. It's not something we can just manufacture. We can pretend to experience joy, but it comes from that truth of love, of really choosing love. So I think this is beautiful. This is like affirming, the joy that you're feeling. Rest, 15, which is a number 6. So changes, and this card also speaks to sleeping more, resting, especially after we've processed a lot of emotions or mental things. When we're moving out of that fear-based consciousness into love, it's like a journey. It may not look physical, but it sure feels physical, right? Your body goes through a lot of changes, especially. I know you've experienced it, but it's like the purging, the sickness, the headaches, feeling tired, all of these things. So This is a period for you to rest and rejuvenate and get some more sleep. And I feel like your dreams are really speaking to you right now. And it's where you connect. You know, you're always connected to your divine counterpart, to your higher self, and you do a lot of communication and interacting in the dream state. I feel like that's really heightened for you right now. So you're being encouraged to get some sleep and rest and observe. You're observing. I don't know, maybe observing when you really feel joy. Because you're attracting, you know, you're aligning with the Wheel of Fortune, you're aligning with your authentic path, and that is, you know it when you feel the joy. You know that it's your path when you feel that authentic joy. Softly, softly, the tender touch, number 20. This is from Sacred Rebels, and I'm going to read this to you at the end of the message. I believe this is the divine feminine energy, and it's calling for softness. So we'll read this. We'll read that. Acceptance of love. Look at this, number 38. I might have to read this one too, but what I'm feeling is really opening your heart and accepting this divine love, so that you can receive and give this divine love effortlessly. Okay, that you are one with this love, and this is really about opening and accepting the love, receiving the love that you deserve, really knowing that you deserve it, knowing that it's meant for you, and that you are meant to give love to another in that same capacity. Okay, so that's beautiful. Yes. 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 And look at this, the sun and the moon. Okay? I interpret that as divine masculine, feminine, yin and yang, the sun and the moon, sacred union. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. The answer is yes. Trust Vishnu. All these messages, honestly, you guys, are like pretty much the same today for this, I think. And I've been doing personal readings, and my Patreon, it really is, what's being illuminated for all of us is trusting ourselves, opening our heart and trusting ourselves. And you know, yes, this is really happening. 2 came out for you on this one. I grabbed 2. Oh my goodness. Joy and communication. So we have 2 cards of joy here. Oh my goodness. And then we have communication. This card speaks to observing how we communicate to ourselves and to others. So it really encourages us to observe our communication, speaking with unconditional love to ourselves, with others, with animals, with plants, with, you know, how we communicate with our objects, with anything, you know, that recognizing that divine energy of unconditional love and communicating, choosing to communicate from that place of the heart, you know, where your intention is rooted in the heart. So I feel like that's really being strengthened for you right now. Like you're really tapped into the joy, and communicating in that joy is, you know, the voice is so powerful in the physical world, and what we speak, it comes about. So we've got Eagle, Communion, and the Thinking Woman. Wow, communication. So yeah, I feel like your higher self, your guides, are really communicating with you right now, and you're going to know that communication, because it's going to have that feeling of unconditional love, that frequency of unconditional love. It's very subtle, but it's very genuine and authentic. It's very gentle. It's very soft. The soul is soft. The soul is vulnerable, and yet it is infinite. Okay, it is humble, right? It is forgiving. It is compassionate. It is true unconditional love. The communication that you receive from your higher self is very subtle, but it is very repetitive, and it will continue to lead you towards your joy, to experiencing what your true joy is. And joy is just surrounding you. Love is surrounding you. Prosperity. It's like you have the whole world right here. And I feel like the most important thing is that you are really opening your heart, letting go of any regrets of the past, any grief, allowing yourself to grieve, allowing yourself to understand that you wouldn't be grieving something you didn't love, right? So it's understanding that at the root is love, and you have the ability as the magician to transmute that fear or sadness or grief into love by forgiving, by having compassion, by understanding, by healing, making new choices. You know, when you choose to align to love and you realize you're capable of making better choices, healthier choices, you realize we really truly all are capable of that. It's a matter of choosing your free will and aligning with love. It's your free will choice. It's our free will choice. And when we choose love, we can heal that pain. We can transmute it. We can create a better way. We can make better choices. Make a choice rooted in love right now. The next moment is affected. Make a choice rooted in fear. The next moment is affected. It's like which way you want to go, with the alignment of our soul or against it, you know. It's rising above duality. It's seeing everything through those eyes of love and knowing that your natural state is joy, is well-being, is contentment and satisfaction. And you feel this energy ignited by the sacred union of your divine counterpart, your divine reflection. I have this picture here. I share it with people often, but it always helps me. I don't know, it's helped me ever since I picked it up. But this is from Dolphin Star Temple. It's called Awakening Your Divine Ka, and it says Ka is the divine double that brings in the higher frequency, light, and life force of the higher self to the physical body. This image is taken from the Pleiadian workbook, Awakening Your Divine Ka. The objective of this book is to activate and awaken, blah, blah, blah. But this is from the Dolphin Star Temple, which is a mystery school inspired by Kuan Yin. So anyways, I just love this. It's like, it gives me that visual of this being your higher self, okay? Divine feminine, divine masculine, and being rooted in the heart center. And it, you know, you may not resonate with this, but it's like we feel these deeply spiritual connections that bring about our joy because they're rooted in the heart. You know, the heart of our higher self, the true energy. And all we have to do is trust our higher self where it's guiding us because it knows the path. It knows the path that we want to be on. It knows what we want. It knows we wouldn't feel these desires if it wasn't ourself, you know, inspiring them in some way. That's recognizing that that power comes from within you and not outside of you. So when you are in alignment with your higher self, there's no more fear. You know that you're being guided and protected, and you know it's all happening for you. So I don't know, I felt inspired to share that. I want to read this here. And let me just look at this here really quick. 38, Acceptance of Love. It says, this image is a representation of the harmony of opposites, masculine and feminine, and you've got masculine, feminine. Okay, this is definitely affirming sacred union here. You have the ability to give love freely to yourself and to others. It is important to understand that you are whole, complete, and perfect now and will enhance the life of another. Love can happen. Love is the truth of all situations. Love the soul embodied inside you. Express more love in your life and allow yourself to feel loved. Everything happens exactly when it's supposed to. In that order, everything that happens is what is supposed to take place. You bring a bright light and individuality into this world. Beautiful illumination happening for you here. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to read this. So, softly, softly, the tender touch. And then we will close this message out. Let's see what we got here. The feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. When we are at a point in life where we want to attain greater things but don't necessarily have a proportionally greater supply of energy at our disposal, it's time to work smarter rather than harder. This is the way of feminine wisdom. However, a cultural ignorance of the feminine way currently prevails. We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. The feminine way is not about force, nor is it about driving, striving, pushing, or grabbing at what we can in order to create. It's about inviting what we wish for to come into the space we have provided for it internally and in our lives. This method cultivates more energy, causes less stress, and attracts what is desired. It is manifestation by invitation rather than by will or force. There's an old story that the sun and the wind were debating about who was more powerful. After boasting about their prowess, they made a wager. A man walked down the street with a coat on. The wind and the sun decided that whomever could force the coat off the man was the most powerful. The wind began demonstrating its impressive power. It blew and caught underneath the coat, pulling it and nearly ripping it right off the man. But the man wrapped his coat around himself more tightly to protect himself against the force of the wind. Eventually, perhaps temporarily out of puff, the wind gave up. The sun took over. He shone down, became brighter and brighter, until the man slipped off his coat, slung it over his shoulder, and walked down the street, quite possibly wondering what was happening with the weather that day. The wind attempted to do by force what the sun was able to do by being. You are being asked to surrender your forcefulness, your determination, and your intense activity, even if just for this moment. Does this mean that you have to surrender the goals you were chasing through those endeavors? Certainly not. This is not about letting go of achievement. It is about understanding the process of manifestation in a more intelligent way, that there is a way of creating that gives you energy and doesn't leave you utterly worn out. It is about allowing what you want to come to you. Be yourself absolutely, naturally, and with ease. Shine your light and allow your presence to invite that which you wish to receive. It is about cultivating an energetic affinity with what you seek, rather than feelings of lack and need. Do you see the subtle but important difference? To feel that you are already a naturally abundant being who gratefully invites more of what you want into your life is rather different to feeling lack, fear, and wishing your world would change. It is a bit like dressing for the job you want, even if it's not yet the job you have. You energetically embody what you wish to attract more of into your life. Like attracts like. Love attracts love, right? Fear attracts fear. This oracle brings you a message. You don't need to push quite so hard to receive what is naturally coming to you. Your push comes from a place of uncertainty over whether or not you will succeed. You need to relax and have more faith in yourself. All things come in time, rightfully and according to a great loving wisdom. You are not immune to this. You shall have your time and shine too. Rebel against any voice of fear within you or around you that tells you otherwise. It is okay to become softer, to feel the energy of what you wish to attract into your life, and to act as much as you can as though it is already that way. You are not fantasizing or daydreaming or failing to live in the real world if you do this. You're actually working with the feminine art of manifestation through gentle beingness and attraction. As you soften into becoming what you are seeking, what you wish for will not be able to resist your shining, inviting presence. This oracle also comes with a special message that you have been working very, very hard. You have learned much and accomplished much, but it is now time to change your approach. Let go of any force in your approach to creation now. Everything serves a purpose, and learning the benefits and limitations of the more forceful way of manifestation through effort and willpower was a useful lesson. However, if you were to continue with that approach, it would stop working for you, because you are now beginning to create on a far grander scale that is beyond what an individual can manifest through willpower alone. You are individually creating through your healing and art, but also contributing globally to a new consciousness through your own spiritual growth. You are part of a global healing manifestation process. You are, through your way of being in the world, helping to birth a new awareness. This new way will heal the human heart and bring it back into balance with nature. This is essential for the human soul to survive, flourish, and to cooperatively nurture the earth rather than destroy her natural resources. You may or may not be consciously aware of the extent to which this new way of manifesting through receiving rather than taking can actually help all of humanity, but nonetheless, it is playing an important role in greater human evolution. It is the power of attraction, of magnetism, rather than that of striving and force that will replenish your energy and restore your body, mind, and heart after your struggle. This change in approach will encourage the shift from head to heart that is essential for your individual well-being and for the greater human evolution. You need to heal so that you can help the world to heal. Does this give you absolute permission now in your own mind to take an easier approach to your sacred, rebellious, creative manifestation? I sure hope so. You rejoice in your creative energy. I rejoice in my creative energy. Fun, uplifting ideas flow through my consciousness, and I follow through on the ideas received, bringing them into full manifestation. So this receptive mode, allows you to receive that creative energy and flow through you and gives you the energy to actually manifest them in the physical world. Kind of like what I do here, right? And it's interesting because the Chariot is all about our willpower. And I see this as our higher self, as divine intervention coming in. If we are not listening to our higher self, it stops everything. It's like everything stops. We feel stuck. We can't move. And so it's like the soul knows what's going on, can see the bigger picture, and it's this period of time that's allowing you to see through those eyes, through the eyes of your higher self. You are one with your higher self, and it's once you choose yourself to see yourself as an infinite being, innately worthy and divine, once you see yourself, you will recognize your divine reflection. You will recognize the truth of the divine in everything. It's amazing because you have to see it in yourself first. All great secrets are kept hidden for that very reason, and they're really not kept hidden, but you can only find them through the heart. You are shown through the heart, through aligning with your higher self and love in the universe, and it's amazing. Okay, so I feel like you're receiving a lot of synchronicities, a lot of interaction with the physical world, with your higher self, and really thinking about everything, really taking everything in, learning. This is a woman who thinks a lot. She's very in touch with her wisdom and the knowledge that she's learned, and very logical and beautiful and connected, right, to the earth, to what is thriving. There's butterflies. Every reading has had butterflies somewhere in the reading, and I just see it right here. Okay, it's like she's able to dive deep and learn about different knowledge and things. She's open, she has a lot of wisdom and insight, and she's someone who can give great advice because she's been through it, and she's open to learning. She loves to learn and discover and put all the pieces together in a very healthy way. Okay, so I feel like this is a huge, beautiful culmination of your experience, and learning how to communicate with your higher self is allowing you to communicate with the universe without, outside of you, in such a beautiful way that it's all coming together. And this beautiful, it's like your path is just, it's becoming illuminated and you are destined, I feel, for sacred union. And I feel that you may even be surprised by other things that are coming to light for you in terms of your gifts and your talents and your ability to perceive, to work with the earth. I feel you're someone too that is here to work with the earth and the energy of unconditional love. So get out there and talk to the trees and tell them you love them, and watch them shimmy and shake, and talk to the birds, and let the universe in. Okay. So I love you so much. Thank you again for tuning in with me. Thank you all for subscribing, liking, and commenting. I'm so grateful to deliver these messages, and I truly hope this message resonated and affirmed what you're feeling and what may be coming to light for you. always trust your intuition and your inner guidance. It knows. It knows. Your heart knows. Your soul knows. Bring the mind and the body into alignment, and you're on your way. You know, this is a beautiful new cycle for you, and all your dreams coming true, feeling amazing. Okay, being happier, loving yourself, loving your partner. Okay. So if you're interested in a personal reading, you guys, you can find that information on my website at crystallyn.love. I also have a Patreon page where I share weekly messages. If you're interested in joining me over there, I would be honored. And if you're on Instagram, please follow me over there. I'd love to connect with you and keep in touch. So thank you again. I really look forward to the next pick a card. And until then, I'm sending you all my infinite love as always. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Peace out.